Hello everybody and welcome to Aardwolf Gaming. Welcome to my channel. I'll be trying to upload videos at least once a week to start off with, but more will come if I have the time. This is Battlefleet Gothic Armada. It's set in the Warhammer 40k universe and is based off of Games Workshop's discontinued tabletop game of the same name. I will be playing skirmish battles. It's pretty much random enemies, random objectives, and you level up and get new ships and new skills. Without any further ado though, I'll jump straight into it, explaining what it's all about whilst playing. So before actually heading out into battle, I need to choose a loadout. I need at least one line ship, which will be my light cruiser. I could take two light cruisers, but I prefer having some escort ships to deal some extra damage and soak up some damage as well. Where your line ships can get damaged after a match, your escort ships are free, and so you can lose as many of them as you want. You can just keep taking them. And here we are. So at the beginning of each engagement, you get to deploy your army. Here I'm putting them sort of in a semi-formation, but unfortunately this game does not support formations yet. I'm pretty sure they'll at least add it eventually. Well, hopefully. So the map is randomly generated. There are several things that can be generated in. Here I've got some asteroid fields which damage ships passing through them, as well as several gas clouds, which hide you from the enemy detection. This gas cloud is a bit far though, so I won't make it to there before engaging the enemy. I'll just go right between these two. Other things that can pop up on your map are fortresses, ruins, that type of thing, and minefields. Well, over here we see the enemy blips. The objective is to destroy 4 ships. They've probably got the same layout as I have. A light cruiser and 3 escorts. Well, hopefully. So ships have a detection range, and up until you reach detection range, all you see are these blips. So I have no idea which ship is which. Ooh, minefield just popped up. These do pretty heavy damage against ships. If I remember correctly, they target your hull directly, so they completely skip your shields. Yeah, you do not want to be running through them. I'll wait here for the enemy, maybe just position off to the side a bit. Hopefully one of their ships hits the minefield while we're engaging, cause in an engagement your ships pretty much circle each other, and think naval battles. Same concept. On the bottom there you can see there's a lot of auto engagement stuff, but I'll go through that later because the actual combat is about to begin. As it enters my range, I can see what ship it is. This is one of the escort ships. Pretty much targeting all, might fire onto it. I was about to launch a lightning strike attack, which is a teleportation attack of troops, but let's save it for the main light cruiser. My main objective right now is to take out the escorts, because escorts, while not as heavy as cruisers, can still do damage. Once I've got the escorts out, I can focus just on their light cruiser, which hopefully I still have 1 or 2 escorts left. We'll have to see. All the escorts are taking heavy damage. Ooh, that was a beautiful ram. Yes, ramming is a really good tactic to use. It does quite a bit of damage when you hit it correctly. Especially with the Imperial Navy, the ramming pretty damaging. Right there I attempted to board them. The boarding failed unfortunately, but ooh, there goes another escort. Now I've only got 1 more escort and their line ship to deal with. And it seems most of my escorts are pretty much unharmed. Their escort's about to go down. My line ship is slightly damaged, but nothing bad. I'm executing a high energy turn with it. High energy turns and boost and that type of thing costs you resources, which it's called the combustion gauge. Doing special maneuvers uses the combustion gauge, which refills slowly after it's been used. There's high energy turns, and then there's a speed boost, which I've just used. I'm repairing my ships because I might just as well. Yeah, this is finishing off their light cruiser. So the macro cannons aren't as great versus shields, but they will punch through it eventually. And once that's done, I just have to worry about destroying the enemy ship by taking out its hull points.
Yes, Admiral.
Just a bit of cinematic view, because this is a really well done game. It's a beautiful game. I mean, look at the background and the ships themselves and everything. Yeah, so this is pretty much a whitewash. My cruiser isn't taking a lot of damage. My escorts are helping, dealing damage as well. I'm using some of the special orders. Lock on upgrades my damage and critical chances. That was a lightning strike, teleporting troops onto the enemy to sabotage some of their systems.
Lock on target.
Yeah, this is finishing it up. Let's see if I can ram this guy.
Acquiring new vector.
Did a proper ram there. They had an insubordinate captain, meaning the captain tried to retreat, but executing the captain allows you to stay in the battle. Yeah, but they should have retreated. That's one in the pocket. That's one victory for the Imperium. This is the post-battle screen. Renown earned. Renown's pretty much your currency with which to upgrade and buy your ships. I'm halfway to rank 2, and my captain of that ship got a promotion, which means the ship has crew upgrades and skills, and ship upgrades themselves. So here you can see the symbol for crew upgrades on that ship. The honor of Acker, and there we can upgrade the ship itself. You pretty much got engine, generator, deck, hull and weaponry. Engine stuff, small stuff like speed boosts and turning radius. Shield gives you shield boosts, 25% chance to mitigate damage, that type of thing. Deck gives you special sort of passives. Hull, what I usually take is belt armor first, because there's sort of a catastrophic damage system where systems can be destroyed or temporarily damaged. So for instance, if someone hits your port side broadside cannons enough, your broadside cannons will explode and you won't be able to use them for the rest of the match. So what this belt armor upgrade does is it mitigates the first of any critical damage. And another thing you can upgrade is your crew, which servitors gives you better cooldowns, ratings, defense. Master gunner is critical chance, tech priest is repairs, navigator is reduced chances of getting lost in the warp. I'll explain that in a sec. And your commissar prevents mutiny. So I'm going into battle now. Let's see who we get. And we got Orc pirates. Lovely. They seem to be the toughest enemy in the game so far. They really enjoy ramming. I think I'm going with the same loadout, because if I've just got 2 ships, they might just spam the engine boost and ram me. And I'm not sure what I'm going to be up against. Yeah, let's see what we get. These intros are pretty cool, because then you can see the ships really clearly and it looks really cool. And the background, I mean, look at that, that's what, an exploded planet. So deployment, I've got gas clouds right at my deployment zone, though it's no fun really just sitting and waiting for the enemy. So I'm just going to go for a line. I'm putting them on auto engagement because I'm going to play this one a bit different. I'm going to use the auto engagement so that my escorts, so that I don't have to worry about my escorts. Auto engagement, they pretty much attack the biggest threat or the closest ship to them, unless you give them other orders. But there's also a way to fine-tune auto engagement. I'm keeping them. Okay, so the top of the auto engagement bar is to put it on or off. The next is to fire broadsides or front cannons or front weaponry. The next is the distance, so 3k, 6k, 9k and 12k. Most of your weapons are, especially macro weaponry, is only good from about 6k because then it has armor penetration. And then lastly, it's which side you want to fight from. So if you want to fire from starboard or port. This is helpful if a weapon on your starboard side is destroyed, you can just tell the captain to stay with his other side to the enemy.
Awaiting orders.
Here's one of my ships in a gas cloud. It's completely invisible to the enemy, and unless they send any scanners in there, they won't even see my blip.
Your orders.
So there are 4 enemy ships. I'm not sure if it's the same loadout as in my previous battle. Ork ships are a bit cheaper, so they might have multiple cruisers and escort ships. We'll just have to see. So before stasis bomb. So we're at close range. So I'm going to use my combustion gauge. This will identify all my ships to the enemy. But I mean, it's close range, so that's not really going to help them. So the stasis bomb, if it goes off, you can see the torpedoes have slowed significantly. It really just slows everything inside it down to a crawl, and it's pretty bad for your ships to get caught in that, because then they can't dodge torpedoes and stuff like that. This escort is having a bad day. So what I'm going to do is set priority. So on an enemy ship you can set the priority, and also you can set the priority targets. So I set it as priority 1 and I'm targeting its engines. Second light cruiser, targeting its engines as well, but priority 2. This will help me in that I won't have to control my escorts. They'll just go for the ship with the highest priority, and they'll aim for the subsystem that I want them to target.
Course plotted.
Giving them orders and lightning strike to the enemy. Unfortunately, it failed. There's another escort.
Yes, Admiral.
I'm going to try and ram it with one of mine. Nothing really. I damaged mine more than I damaged theirs. But it's a 50-50 if you're going to do damage or not. Like, you could damage your ship way more than the enemies, like I just did there. So my ships are focusing fire on the light cruisers. I really want their engines out, because if one of those rams one of my ships, especially my escorts, then it's going to be a problem. It's going to be pretty much a one-hit kill on my escorts. I am taking quite a bit of damage as well. My line ship isn't looking bad. Shields are low, but they should recharge. I'm putting my escort ships on their escort ship, because at the moment it's a nuisance that needs to go. My line ship will continue firing on their line ships, but now and then he'll just take pot shots at the escort. If you tell your ships to target something, it's not set in stone. If their broadside is close to another enemy ship, they'll just open up on that one. I'm targeting their main ship at the moment. I'm doing quite a bit of damage. I'll hopefully take out engines, because once the engines are out, it's easy to chase them down. And another failure for the lightning strike. Once the engines are out, it's easy to chase them down and shoot at their weak points. Like, especially Ork ships are weak at the rear. It's not going badly. I might lose that one escort ship. It's looking really low.
All ahead full.
It's tried to ram me, but at least I was
Cruising speed set.
aware of it,
Damage
so I could
teams
boost away.
begin repairs now.
Yeah, that one's close. The other
Engines to
cruiser is a bit
maximum.
close to my escorts, so I'm just gonna boost
Ship
them out of there.
ready.
Trying to put up
Lock
some
on
orders to
target.
increase damage. Yeah, at the moment it's
Your
not looking bad.
orders. Cruising speed set. Bulkheads collapsing,
So,
sir.
oh, there goes one of my escorts. No biggie though, because like I said earlier, escorts aren't, they don't need repairs after battles and stuff like that. Line ships, if they get damaged, they have to sit out 2 rounds.
Yes, Admiral.
So then you have to use some of your other less experienced line ships. What the Orc ship did just there was to make an emergency warp jump. It jumped into the warp, which is pretty much hell for those of you who don't know
Orders.
40k. There's the skill if you would like to read. It's pretty much your ship goes immobile and it charges up the warp jump. It's very vulnerable while it does that, so yeah, it's for real emergencies only. Sending boarding teams success, and I destroyed their engines. Yeah, I destroyed their engines. Now it's nice and slow. Next target should be, let's focus generators, because then they can't get shields up again, and they can't do lightning strikes, which the teleportarium is, or their equivalent is, attached to the generators. Back to the warp jump, about the warp jump. Ooh, stasis
Yes,
bomb,
Admiral.
not good for me. About the warp jump, if a ship does a warp jump, there's a chance that they get lost in the warp.
Ship
Then they're
ready.
also out for 2 turns, I think.
Target locked
And
in.
then it's pretty much the pilot needs to, the navigator needs to get the ship to a safe place, because in the warp there is no safe place. So they need to get out. Deck destroyed means they can't issue orders. No more damage buffs and stuff like that, which really, it's
Yes,
really good for me.
Admiral.
This is pretty much just slogging it out with the cruiser. I could try and get my line ship in behind him, which would be a bit quicker, but not by that much. So at the moment they've just got weapons that are not destroyed. If you start destroying weapons, you'll see the ship can't fire their cannons on the port side or whatever. And that's really helpful later on
At
when
your
you're fighting the
command.
big ships. You can disable some of the harder hitting weapons.
At your command.
Later games start getting quicker once you have several cruiser type ships. They are attempting to make an emergency warp jump. Their hull points are high, so they're probably going to make it. Turret destroyed. Turrets shoot down torpedoes and any smaller craft, such as boarding parties and that type of thing. Yeah, and it's gonna, yeah, this cruiser's gonna escape. And there's no way I can take out that last bit of health points. Yeah, that's another victory. This one was a bit longer. Orcs are quite a tough fight. Also fun. And yeah, if you are someone who enjoys tactical games, strategy games, I would definitely recommend it. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you would like to see more content like this, please hit subscribe. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.